Let's do this one here. There she Hello and welcome back. We are well into this beautiful autumn season. While it's been a lovely autumn, we've had a lot of warm days, unusually warm for where I live in the Northeast, but we've also had a few hard frosts, which have allowed the plants to die back, to retreat, to return back to the earth. So what a perfect time to work with the roots of plants. Today, specifically, we will be working with burdock root, Arctium lapa is the botanical name. It is a lovely, lovely herb. I love it. It's one of my favorites. It could be known as like a noxious weed. It grows wild. Most people know it by the burrs when the seed heads form that will attach to your clothes. It can get in your hair, your dog's fur. It can be quite a hassle, but once you get to know this plant and understand it, it is lovely and it's nourishing for the body. So I adore this plant so much. And if you are ready, grab your shovel, grab your favorite cup of tea, and let's get started.
Before we dive in, I want to emphasize the importance of safety when working with wild plants. Always ensure that you have correctly identified any plant before harvesting or using it. Misidentification can lead to harmful or even toxic results. If you are ever unsure, contact a local expert or reliable field guide. Additionally, be mindful of where you harvest plants. Avoid areas that may be contaminated with pesticides, herbicides, or pollution. When in doubt, it's best to forage in clean, wild areas far from busy roads and industrial sites. Finally, if you have any medical conditions or are pregnant, nursing, or taking a medication, please consult with a healthcare professional before using any herbal remedies. Your health and safety are paramount. Enjoy the process, but always prioritize safety and responsible foraging.
Here's a little collection of burdock. These are first year plants. We're next to the chicken coop, so you can hear the chickens. Well, I'm trying to talk. These are baby burdock, the end of the first year. So we want to harvest in the autumn, end of the first year, and the spring, the beginning of the second year. Burdocks are biennials, means they bloom for 2 years and then they die back. And the second year is when they go to seed, where you notice the stalk that gets stuck to your clothes. There's some more over here. These are so little. I'm going to wait on these. But you'll notice the heart-shaped leaves. The leaves are soft and they form right here from the middle of the plant. We can try this one. Let's do this one here, this plant. That's a nice first year plant. So we'll start digging. The burdock root goes deep into the earth. This is a lovely spot right here. We don't just want to pull it, it'll just rip the leaves off. So we're going to use a trowel and we're going to dig around it till we find the roots. This one might not be very deep because it's not huge. But I have so many little burdock babies around here. Thank you, burdock. I do like to sit with the plants first, which I did on my own time. That's like a private thing for me. Just sitting with the plants and honoring them and all they have to offer us. And they just give themselves to us. Right, chickens? It's chilly out today. It was 30 degrees when I woke up. Burdock root goes so deep into the earth, kind of like what it does to help us, to aid us, deep, deep inside. Just kind of follow it down, have some patience, be present. I love that part, just being present, slowing down, enjoying this process. Oh, I can smell it. Just scraping along the sides. I'm trying my hardest not to ruin the root or disturb the root too much. Just digging around, leaving the soil nearby so we can fill in the whole gap after. I wish Maggie was nearby. She would help me dig this hole. She loves to dig. We are also near an oak tree, so I just ran into a root. I'll give you a show. Here's what it's looking like so far. There's the root. And I am about right here. I'm about 10 centimeters deep and not even to the end yet. Let's keep going. What's that for? Hi, Maggie. Hello. Hi. Oh, it's a good girl. Hello. Okay, scoot over. There she is. Now, if you don't get all of the root, it will not regrow, so we're going to do our best to get everything we can. Oh, almost. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, this is not as deep as I've seen them. When I was in herb school, there was students who were all the way up to their shoulders with huge burdock. I probably have some more around here if I spent some more time looking. This is a spot we mow, so it's just going to get mowed over next year. And I do have other burdock growing. But what we will do, we will go wash this off, bring it inside, and make some tea. Let's fill in the hole first and thank the earth, and thank you for the burdock. I'm sure Maggie will be back over here to redig this hole. So it is about 35 degrees outside. I am here in my cold frame greenhouse. It was actually an old carport that we converted into a greenhouse. The sun is coming up over the trees. It feels so nice. So I thought we'd clean the burdock out here and chop it up and then just bring it inside to make a decoction with it and enjoy the lovely burdock root. So I just this is just a bucket of warm water from the kitchen. We don't need the leaves, so we're going to take those off. And we're just going to scrub away. This is just a nail brush I got from the dollar store. I'm just going to scrub this. Again, thanking the burdock. It has the prebiotic inulin in burdock, so it's a wonderful digestive support. And when you make a decoction with it, you simmer it for a while, 10-15 minutes. It turns this lovely turquoise teal color. It's so beautiful. It's my favorite. Look at that. That's looking good. Before and after. Beautiful. This part that was above the plant, this part that was above the ground will just cut off. Again, I'm just going to thank the burdock. Now these little tiny roots, we can just peel those off. We don't need those. If you leave some of them on, that's all right as well. No worries. I love this process. It just slows me down, brings me back outside. I always love to be outside, be with the plants. Isn't that beautiful? I don't have the best cutting board out here, but that'll do. We want to just chop this finely. Can be a little tough. It's pretty fibrous. Oh, you can certainly dry this out and use it throughout the winter months, which I love to do, which I probably will be doing at a later date. But just for demonstration purposes today, we'll just use a small amount that I'll use up shortly. And as we're chopping, we're infusing love, we're infusing gratitude, we're infusing appreciation, joy, thanking the plant, thanking Mother Earth for nourishing us, always supporting us, always being there, right when we need it. We need to clean out, we need to change to the winter months, we need to slow down, we need to improve our digestion. That's what all of this offers. It's beautiful. Once you connect with plants, the possibilities are endless. I love it so much. It feels like home to me. Thank you, burdock. Thank you for nourishing and nurturing us, for allowing us to be present, be mindful, be grateful. That's my favorite part. While everything else around might not be the most beautiful or the most expensive, it doesn't matter when it comes to plants, especially plants that are native, especially plants that grow wild. They're here for us. They're always here for us. They show up when we need it most. Take a walk outside, look around, see the plants that are being offered to you right outside your back door. It's remarkable. It's moving. It's enlightening. They have so much to teach us that we've just kind of lost. We've just lost our ways. We just need to return back. That's just my perspective anyways. I know everyone won't agree, but I love it. It feels like home. It feels right. Now, we don't want to be greedy. We don't want to take more than we need. We want to make sure there's enough for all. We want to make sure we are being sustainable. So I'm not going to dig up all the burdock I have, dry it, and sell it to people. I'm just going to use it for personal use, maybe to friends and family, show them what to do, show them how to save the seeds and spread it around. That's one of the great things, too, with the burdock. You can, the seeds are those Velcro like pods that kind of stick to your clothes or stick to the dog. So think about it. What they do is burdock spreads itself. It sticks to the animals. So the animals wander, rub against the tree, the burdock seeds fall from the animal rubbing against the tree. They replant themselves in that spot. They grow the first year. They put the roots deep into the earth. The second year, they blossom. The plant gets even bigger. It grows tall. It reaches for the sky. It blossoms. It turns into seed. Starts the process all over again. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Anyway, that's my rant.
let's go make some burdock tea and appreciate this wonderful plant. So burdock dosage says teaspoon per cup of water. It's also a food, so we're not going to worry as much. I'm just going to guess. I want mine a little stronger, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. Follow your heart. Measure with your heart, right? Like cooking. Drop a piece. Look at that. Now we will turn the heat on and simmer this. We will simmer this for 10 to 15 minutes. You can see the color starting to turn already. Look at this beautiful color. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, isn't that lovely? I'm definitely going to be making more of this. It's beautiful. So just a fun couple little herbal things I like to do, especially if you're interested in learning herbs and working with them. I have this herbal reference binder. It's well loved. I do art as well, so it kind of is messy, but it's fun. It is informative, and you can set it up any way you like. I am trying to learn the botanical names of all the plants, so I have my Materia Medica set up alphabetically by botanical name, so I have to remember which is which. And I have one for each plant I work with, and it is a lovely reference. I put where I get my information from at the bottom, a list of references, and it's very handy to have. I love it. Also, flashcards with herbal actions on them and the description on the back with some plant examples. That just helps to remind yourself what herbal action is which. I also keep these in alphabetical order just so it's easier for me to flip through and find the one I'm looking for. So the common name burdock root, the botanical name is Arctium lapa. We primarily use the root. You can also use the seed of the plant. I've never worked with the seed personally, so I can't really speak on that. The actions, herbal actions of burdock root, it's primarily an alterative, which is short for a blood purifier. It's also a diuretic, I think a mild diuretic. It is a lymphagogue. It works well with the lymphatic system and drainage, digestive system, like I mentioned before. So it can be a bit of a laxative because it has the prebiotics in it. It's also a tonic, which is just a nutrient-rich herb, which helps to tonify and nourish the body. It's very nutrient-rich. It's a lovely plant. The affinities or the body parts that are maybe helpful working with burdock root are the lungs, stomach, kidney, and liver. I don't have intestines on here, but I believe that's the digestive system is also part of that. It's a great affinity for that as well. Burdock is also known in Japanese cuisine as gobo, so you can find it in a grocery store if you don't have it growing near you. One way to help identify burdock, it has large wavy leaves that almost form a heart shape where the stem meets. So it's like an upside down heart as it forms. And especially in the second year plants, not so much in the example I had today, but they can get quite massive. I think I have a picture with my hand next to one, and it's quite large. They're just stunning, beautiful plants. As the second year plant grows, the leaves get shorter as it grows upwards towards the sky before it flowers.